So the question for today is, which UFC champion is most at risk of losing their title before this year is over? Cormier at UFC 230, Holloway at UFC 231, or Cyborg at UFC 232? And for those that love the nitpick, remember the flyweight title with Valentina fighting Joanna, it's vacant, so there can't be a loss of a title there. And Amanda's not putting up her bantamweight title. She will be challenging Cyborg. So that's why the question's phrased that way. You do have a fourth choice, which is they all retain. Let's start with you, John.
Man, it's a good question. I think that I would have to say the one that is the most at risk is Max Holloway. I love that fight with Brian Ortega, and I think that's a phenomenal fight between two elite-level athletes at the top of their game, young guys. And Ortega has just shown a way to win fights, man, even when he's losing, And look, I'm not going to lie, I still worry about Holloway a little bit. He's come out and said he's good, but I just worry a little bit. So I would say that's the most at risk. I mean, look, Derek Lewis, the Black Beast, come on, man. He can knock out anybody, but you got to think Cormier is the better fighter out of the two, the more well-rounded fighter. I think even Derek Lewis would admit that. And Cyborg, to me, Cyborg is just Cyborg, even against Amanda Nunes. So I'll say Holloway.
All right, how about you, Dan?
This is a tough one. I think statistics say one of them's got to lose, right? No matter what time of the year, no matter what champion. We just have 3 champions. Statistics say one's got to lose. I imagine the public's going to be pretty far on one side, and I'll probably be on that. I'll probably say Holloway, just because if we're talking about a skill versus skills match. But I will say, not only is heavyweight crazy, but I will say the Cyborg Nunes fight I think is a lot more closer than people are going to be giving credit to. So
I'll go with that one too, because I thought it'd be a little bit more popular, but when I reveal the results, you'll see that I'm in last place here. I also think Amanda's got some pop to her strikes. Yeah. I've seen Cyborg in another sport get taken out that way. Look, Cyborg's a beast, but she's fighting another girl that's been a beast. She's been on quite a run. So I went with that one. But God, you're right. The intangible of not knowing what Holloway is going to happen, or what's going to happen with Holloway, skill for skill, it'll be interesting to see. Ortega's never lost. But I'm just going to stick with what I originally pressed this morning, and it was Nunes over Cyborg. How about you guys?
I thought I was going to shock everyone. I was going to do the same thing, but apparently we're all on that same train. I think the Cyborg fight, I think she's going to see something that she really hasn't seen, that type of pressure from a fighter. I think it could maybe surprise her, where the other two, I think they've seen that at some point. But if I had to pick a second one, it'd definitely be that Holloway one.
Yeah. If we rephrased it as best Holloway versus best Ortega, does it change for anyone?
No. To be honest with you,
no.
no.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, here's the results. 65% went with Holloway at UFC 231. 15% said all 3 retain. 13% said Cormier at UFC 230, and 7% said Cyborg at UFC 232. 1,486 votes came in. So thank you, Junkie Nation, our readers and listeners, for participating.